We Teutonians have lived here in the cold north for as long as we can remember, tending our herds and fields, fighting with our neighbors, and praising our gods. But I think it is time that we pack up our things and people and say goodbye to long, harsh winters. I've heard tales of rich lands in the south, where weak rulers and soft men live. We shall make our way there and take what is theirs. If they are too weak to defend it, they don't deserve to have it. Yes, I can see it before my eyes. Prosperous villages, granaries filled to the brim by the labor of the slaves we took during the conquest. All our clansmen will have full bellies, nice houses, and great wealth. And once we've settled in, who knows? Maybe we can build a civilization that rivals those of Greece, and the fabled lands even further away. Maybe they will be the barbarians, and we, the men of culture. Onwards! Every journey starts with the first step. Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Drak and we are playing Imperator Rome! We're playing the pre-release version. Paradox has been so kind and has sent me an early key free of charge so that I can show the game to you guys. We already got the Sparta series running. I think that is the one that went up first, but I thought we can do a second one. And what I wanted to do is play a migratory tribe so these guys can actually pack up and go somewhere else if they don't like the situation that they're in. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Teutonia, which at this point in the game, I mean, the information about this is kind of shaky. There's not a lot of reliable sources, but they've placed Teutonia over here in this part of Denmark. And we only have 15 population, which is tiny, tiny. Look at these 15 pops, and then look at Egypt over here with its 1800 pops, Phrygia. 3,000 pops, the Seleucid almost 4,000 pops, and then you have us with 15 pops. It's gonna be hilarious, but yeah, that's what I want to do, and I will be putting these episodes out like in parallel to the Sparta series. So if you are interested in catching these, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. So we're going to jump in. It's a normal game, but it's going to be hard enough. Interesting thing about these migratory tribes is we can click on this, starting a migration, and that'll turn all the pops, or up until 20 pops in this province, into a normal army. They will be turned into 1,000 light infantry per pop. And that actually opens up interesting possibilities, because if these areas, even though they're not settled by an organized state, if you so will, they still contain people if we go into the population map mode. Now, to settle our guys in this area, we are going to need as many people as live in here. So for example, if we wanted to settle this, we can see that it has 2, 4, 8, 11 pops in there. So we would need to settle this with 11 pops or more as well. Which would then allow us to resettle these guys again. So in a way, if you have enough oratory power, you can like settle and then pack it up and resettle somewhere else. You get to keep these pops once you move out of there. Once you have made this like your own culture and religion, you can actually take these guys, and that is a way of sponging a lot of the population of these areas up. That's what we want to do. And you already seen it in the intro cinematic. The place that I want to go to is Sedava over here. A couple of reasons for that. It only has 10 civilization value, but it does produce gemstones. And not only do these give local tax boosts, so 20%. It's a very, very rare commodity in this world. If we click on the gemstones over here, there are 3 of them over here in Europe. And then there are a couple further east over here. I mean, Egypt has a bunch of gemstones, and then a bunch over here actually in Bactria. So this is a pretty rich region. But in Europe, these are the only 3 gemstone areas, and we want to take one of them because just a second. If we look at this, if we have a surplus in the capital, that gives us plus 5% country civilization level. And if we export it, we get another 2.5%. And the country civilization level is kind of what is going to allow us to move from a migratory tribe into being a great civilization. But we have to take this away from these guys, and then I have to make it my capital. So that's going to be a bit of an interesting operation. Well, yeah, for now, we're just going to concentrate on moving all our guys down here. Now, what I want to do is move most of my guys into 1 or 2 provinces so that I don't have to spend too much oratory power. This is the most important power type I find, so we're gonna try to husband that as much as possible, especially because our current leader isn't really all that great. He's a 7-5-3-0, so the last 2 are pretty important for us and they're not great at all. Oh well. This is fine. We're gonna just move these guys. We're gonna move you into. Kind of like to move these guys into Teutonia minores. How do we do this? The cleverest. The thing is that this is like in another province, which means I can only really move it to adjacent ones. I think. Yeah, this is province of Anglia, and this is province of Cimbrica. So, yeah. Move. I guess we can do this. How many people are in here? Just 3. This place has 4. This place has 2. So I guess we're gonna send everyone into Teutonia minores. I think we can send them up here because they share a Z-zone. I think that's the reason. So Teutonia minores. Move Teutonia minores, move Teutonia minores. So this is now an empty province where no one lives currently, which is going to be interesting. These 2 are the retinue of our 2 other clan chiefs, the clan Tancred and the clan Marcoles, and our leader is of the clan Segemendrus. So that's a thing. Okay, so now we have 5 pops in here. Really do want to resettle these guys to, yeah, I guess minores it is. Move minores, move Teutonia minores. Okay, that's actually not too bad. We might be able to settle everyone into Teutonia minores. Interestingly enough. Okay, that's good. I've done a little bit of testing here, but find out if that works in a bit. The thing is, the slaves are cheaper to move, so yeah. Awesome. So that gives us all our 15 pops in this one province. And I think we're just gonna pack it up and go. I mean, one of the things that we have to do is ask for military access. These guys would actually go for an alliance. I really don't want to be involved in any of their power stuff. Who do you like? Who do you hate? I would have to pay money to some of these guys to get through. I mean, not for my migratory people, but for the other guys. 8, 13. Some of these are more populous than others. A lot of them would actually be willing to go for an alliance here with me. There's some Nonia. These guys have a fair amount of pops, like 30, 17, 10. The thing is, I don't really want to get caught up in any politics. Okay. I'll do this. Oh man, the cat wants out. Alright then. I'm gonna just let him out. Just a second. Put him out, cat. Alright, I apologize for that. So, offer alliance is a thing. They have diplomats en route. They should now allow me military access. Ah, we're a city-state. Different ranks cannot sign formal alliances. What? Oh, these guys are city-state as well? That's weird. Well, it doesn't really matter. I think we're just gonna pack up and go. I mean, ignore these guys. We'll probably get these tribes at some point for ourselves. And if not, and if they are stuck up here, I still don't really have a problem, because these guys can cause some nasty problems for me. Because they will try to vie for power. Alright, we'll just pay all our money. Pack it up. We'll give our leader their command. So, oh, come on. Our leader is a corrupt coward. How did you become the ruler of a clan? Okay then. Okay then. Yeah, no, sure. Gives us 10% additional tax, I guess. But yeah, corruption is not good in your leaders, because it will increase the amount of power points that you have to pay. Doesn't make me too happy. So to attack these guys and get that province, we probably have to up our forces considerably. So I think what we're gonna do... How many are in there? 1, 2, 4, 2... I don't know. We'll probably just come down here, collect a couple of those dudes, and then once we've collected all the pops in the area, we can just move over here. I think that is a winning strategy. Now listen, we have a diplomat en route. We're now a migrant horde. Can't have alliances. And they won't let us through. I mean, it doesn't really matter for these guys, but I would like them to be protected a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is bring down the army maintenance. Since we're a tribe, we're gonna have to pay like 50% more for any standing troops, but we won't have to pay for the retinue of these guys. I kinda still do wanna take them with us. Okay, I tell you what, we'll just send them, a bit of money. Hello, sir. So we're gonna say yes. These guys hopefully will say yes. How many do I have to bribe to get through here? Quite a few, actually. That sucks big time. Okay, well, can't be helped. Can't be helped. The problem is that we can't move our military units through. At least we can bribe them and have them let us go. Alternatively, we could have also traded for wood and built a fleet, but who does that? That's just weird. Okay, so bring these guys down here. Listen, would be awesome if you could just let us through. You can also settle any province that you occupy if you're at war and you have the same amount of population or more. We could actually take over one of these clans, but I don't think that's really a good idea. So we've got military access through here, so I guess we'll march all the way down there. Now, we're gonna either go with these guys, get military access, or with these guys or these guys. But through these guys we'll definitely have to go, so... Okay, here, have a gift. They'll let us through. Oh yeah, we'll use them, because the gift is gonna be cheaper. That is quite a bit of money, though. Having to spend all that for migration. But, I mean, we're moving towards much greener pastures. And I'm pretty happy with that. So, we'll see how that goes. My real goal is really to build like a blooming civilization. And so at some point we want to form a tribal kingdom, we want to become settled. For that though, we have to kind of push the centralization. So we can only become a settled tribe if we have plus 50 centralization. As this moves away from the negatives, goes into the positive, the amount of clan retinue will actually go down. So these guys are easier to control. If they have huge amounts of troops under their command, they are going to be thinking about taking over the tribe themselves, and that might lead us into some nasty civil wars. Like, look at this guy. He's already super unhappy here. No, actually, that's not true. They're both at 74. This guy is already losing loyalty, though. We could consider making friends with this guy. Then it's going to cut into our oratory power, though, so... I don't know, he doesn't have any friends. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We have an unused trade route in the capital, but where would that be? Just wherever we are, I guess. That's fine. Just keep marching, people. Keep marching. Okay, please. Military access. And military access. Alright then. Okay, so we'll send these guys down here. Get that all done. Tancred falls ill. I mean, oh no. Would be a total shame if our corrupt coward of a chief died soon. I would not be horribly sad about this. And yeah, we have no research because we have no citizens at this point. Whenever you pack your guys in, they lose all their specialized roles, be they citizens or be they slaves, and they all become tribesmen. Even in like areas where we're absorbing a bunch of people, so definitely gotta be aware of that. Okay, we're gonna go up in speed a little bit, see what happens. As we're basically making our way through all these places. I'm okay with this. I am totally okay with this. And the good thing is we can still, later down the line, send out additional pops to settle various areas and then bring those pops back home into our capital. That's kind of what I'm planning to do. All the fairly high value populations I actually want to collect and bring into our area. Like there's for example a couple of people over here that we could get. And there's like no one living here, for now at least. I'm guessing that these guys are probably gonna try to colonize these areas, which you can do if you have 10 pops in an adjacent city. Then you can move one of your own pops over there. So that's the way that the more settled states have to do this. And our target is gonna be the province of Dacia over here. So there are like 3 levels of order in the game. Your basic level is the city, so for example this place, and then the next level is the province the city belongs to, which is Patiscan. No, wait, what does it say? Just a second. Region. This is Hercuniata. Okay, so this is the city of Patiscan in the province of Hercuniata, and then they also belong to a region, which at this in this case is Pannonia. And in this area you don't need governors to administer that. This can all be done by your ruler. And as you step out of one of these regions, you're gonna have to use governors. So we probably want to take Dacia over here. It has a lot of really nice trade goods, as I've shown in the intro cinematic. And that's what we want. It does have gemstones, it does have iron. I'm just gonna switch away from that view for a sec. Yeah, look at that. So, bunch of precious metals, bunch of iron, some horses, stone, salt, grain, livestock. Has all the good things, so we definitely want to go there. Just have to find a way to forcefully convince these guys to give up their nice lands. And we probably also have to like pick a good point in time. Maybe when they have a revolt or something. This could be a series where maybe skip over a little bit of time with the power of editing or something. Maybe not. I mean, maybe you just want to see the minute-to-minute action. I have been fighting with a lot of technical difficulties the last couple of days. My PC has been acting up, so I haven't as many of these recorded as I wanted to. Right, so we have 2, 4, 8, 11. Actually, that means I still have to keep 2 more here. Right. So these 4 guys, that's too much population, that's too much population. I guess we can take these guys in Florentia. That's probably okay. We'll take over Florentia. That's fine. So we have these two provinces, and then we'll see what we do with it. Now, we can only take 2 ideas because we're just a tribe. More civilized nations can actually take 3 national ideas, depending on their type of government. And if we take them according to those, we'll actually get a boost in all these areas. So that's something that we really want to take fairly early. The problem is that it does cost us oratory power, which is the most important thing for us. And it'll really only allow us to take military ideas. That's not ideal, but long term, this is going to pay off, getting one additional power point in each of the categories. We'll have to do this. So we'll take the 10% army morale for sure. That's like a no-brainer. We're going to unlock more of these as we gain more tech, but getting more tech is a little bit far away. So that's not really going to happen right now, at least. I think we're going to take this, the ordered retreat. That gives us more army morale recovery and reinforcement speed. And that's it. So now we've unlocked this. We'll also get plus 15% national tribesmen output, which is important because the tribesmen are the backbone of our economy, really. So these 11 guys, we're going to settle them here. Settle. And this is our new capital. Hello. We've increased in rank. We're now a city-state. Really? Okay. What are these guys doing out here? What are you? This looks kind of scary, I gotta say. Let's settle these here. So now we have two places. And these guys don't like us all that much because they're a different culture group and everything. So we have to convert at least some of them to our side. But this, yeah, these guys are already Teutonian now. And we also need to be the dominant religion here. So we'll convert that dude. And that does it. Now we could pack up all the other guys and just leave if we wanted to. I mean, we can't right now, but you know what I mean. We're probably going to move 2 people out of this and into this province. Just so that we only have 20 people in here and can pack up with one go of the oratory power. This one, we'll convert him, we're going to assimilate him. And now we're also the dominant culture and religion over here. Right, and that should make these guys fairly loyal. We have a trade route, we have horses now, which should allow us to actually get some horse units, maybe some light cavalry or something. Which could help us take over these provinces over there. The problem is, if we lose the horse province, then we run into the problem that we can't reinforce our troops, which is something that I very much would like to avoid. But let's just get olives here from Emilia. Oh, that's the power of boy over here. Oh boy, you're in for a treat if Rome ever gets to you. Okay, we'll take this. We'll get some money from this. I really don't mind that at all. We spent some civic power, but civic power comes rather easily to us. And I could call down an omen and get various boosts, but our omens aren't very strong. And I do want to keep my religious power to be able to bump up my stability. That is pretty important. Our religious unity is only 50%, which is not great. But such is life. Such is life. Okay, this is the capital province, so that it will always be loyal, which is good. Okay, here are our two clan chiefs. I'm just gonna put them into these provinces. We're gonna think on how to progress further. So the oratory power is kind of holy for us. At least we're making some money. Definitely making some money. There's still other things that we could think about. The clan wages we want to keep fairly normal. We definitely wouldn't want to put it down because monthly loyalty minus 0.5 per month is horrible. That's just going to be real bad. But what we could do is we could bump this up. It's only going to make us 0.1. Ignore that then. We could go and do another province import route. Not making that much in terms of commerce, but we could make a little bit more from another trade route. It doesn't look like anyone's gonna be willing to trade with us. Alright then, so that's a moot point. Let's go commerce. Slaves needed for surplus. Yeah, we're gonna try to squeeze out the most of this. That's alright. Could just pack it up here and go as well. This is 8 pops now, and if we have a look at the population around, we might be able to just pack it in and settle this place without too many problems. This is 5, 6 people, so those 8 would actually be enough. I'm really considering Sending 1 or 2 over there. The problem is that it's gonna cause difficulties with pulling people out of this province. So that's not ideal. That means I have to spend more oratory power to change them. If I pack them up, I think they actually lose their reliance here on this. They lose their former faith and they all become touristic Teutonian tribesmen. They probably just get rolled into one tribe. It's all about saving power points for us here. I really don't want to go with a standing army. I actually just want to try to save some money. Ooh, Warrior's Honor. The battle-hardened soldiers serving under Leko Tancred have performed mighty acts of valor. Lyko, in an act of benevolence, has requested permission to institute a particular form of service reward unique to his army. Lyko would take great offense at being denied this honor, but we might wish to be careful of allowing him too much autonomy. Yeah, no, sure, man. You do with your personal retinue as you see fit. Okay, we can take some inventions with our civic power. We should probably do that. So, national tribesmen output plus 5% is pretty good. So is fabricate claim cost, although I don't think we really want to go here and fabricate a claim on these guys. I think we're actually just going to go for no CB war. We should have just enough religious power to bounce back to 0 stability, and that is going to be fine then. But I really don't want to waste any oratory power on things here. So army morale recovery. The technology speed is actually quite good, but yeah, look at that. We're getting a puny amount of research points, so that's totally not worth it. So national tax, national tribesmen output. Starting experience could actually be good, but I don't think the experience matters all that much. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go with the tribesman output. I mean, we don't want to really go in that direction. So these do reshuffle every time you make a technological breakthrough in the area that they belong to. Which means we'll probably be able to unlock all of these guys before they get reshuffled. If you're a very fast-teching country, it can actually be that you miss some of your inventions. But that's totally fine. So we're going to go up in speed here a little bit. What we could try to do is maybe attack one of these neighboring tribes. These guys have 33 people, 106, 89, 80. Yeah, these guys are all vastly more powerful than we are. These guys have 60, these guys have 31. We just got to wait for a time where we can attack these guys, stab in the back. That's really what I want to do. We'll see how it goes. We could try to become friends with these guys, maybe. Cocenzia. Maybe get some friends in the area. I really just want to hold on to my oratory power, though. So we'll just be chilling over here. We'll just be chilling. Turn into 20 migration units. That's because we have 2, 4, 19. Because we have a bunch more. I mean, I could still do it and just resettle another place. Is there another high population area here? That's 5. This is already settled, so that's a bit of a problem. This one isn't though. So 1, that's 3, that's 7, that's 9 at least. And there's also a lot over here. So that's, yeah, that's another 7. And there's another 6, 9 in Skura. The problem is, it's not without risk running around here, because from time to time barbarians are gonna spawn from these areas. This, for example, is a place with barbarian power. There's a barbarian stronghold, because the area is so uncivilized that barbarians are gonna spawn out from these mountains. They're gonna run around and they're gonna try to loot everything that isn't nailed down, which is a real problem. There's also a barbarian stronghold over here in Carpathia, so we're right in the midst of a bunch of barbarian strongholds, and if things go wrong, our migratory people might just be caught by one of those armies. We could still try to risk it for the biscuit, I guess. Thing is, do I want to send 20 migration units out? I could, I guess. Okay, so that's the first Teutonic migration. What we'll do is we'll split these guys in half. Well, actually, no. We'll deselect these, we'll merge them. And we'll have them come down here. Oh yeah, the good thing is also that these migratory tribes can just march through anywhere without too many problems. So let's put this guy in charge. We'll march over here. Meanwhile, we'll kind of keep these guys busy. There are only 2 people now left. That's a Dacian Solmoxian, and this is a Dacian Solmoxian. So why is this still Teutonian Tuistic? Move this guy to Florentia. Unrest is at 10. Why do we have high unrest here? Unhappy pops. Okay, we're gonna convert the dude. Gonna do a little bit of tricking these guys. Okay, that's good. Move. Oh yeah, we lack the points, but we can basically give this up and just move everyone to Florentia here. This would just allow us to gain a bunch of additional pops. We have to watch the money a little bit. It's definitely not without its problems since we're paying so much upkeep for our people. But okay, there seem to be some wars kicking off now. Currently they're only allied with Albuquerque. These guys have 14 cohorts. The problem is that their troops are probably gonna be relatively high quality because they have all this iron, so the chances are, I think, decently high that they're using heavy infantry, which is not something that we can really hold a candle up against, since our guys are all light infantry. Okay, so we're gonna have migrants here. Where's the max population? Over here. 1, 2, so that's 7. Religious festival. A group of peasants led by Triticum, led by High Priest Marcum Segimandros has asked for our support in a local religious festival. This would be a good opportunity to celebrate unity among our people, to show how pious we are, despite the notable costs it will bring upon our realm. If we do not follow through with it, our authority on religious matters is sure to diminish, as our High Priest seems quite ardent on the matter. So, yeah, I don't really have the money for this. I'm sorry, man. I am sorry, but I can't spend money with Wild Abandon here. That's not a thing that we can do. Okay, so we're gonna need 7 pops to take this thing. Take these 7. Actually, what we could do probably is we could just take 8. Or even 9. And settle them here. To kind of make this a thing where we automatically have enough people. Jomund the Generous. Okay, our tribal chief is now generous. That's fine, I guess. Let me just quickly move this guy to Florentia. Okay. Right, that's pretty awesome. I mean, the big problem is that these places also have no protection from attackers. And we have a lack of a governor. So it's a pretty loyal province right now. We have scorned families. I don't think so. This guy is prominent, incapable, and a scholar. Why is he incapable? Local citizens output, effects if ruler, commerce income. Could just put in Baldric. All our guys are not very good in terms of civic stuff. Monthly popularity. He's submissive. Kind of like that. I kind of like that here. I'm gonna put him in charge, and we really don't want to do this. But I guess there's nothing I can do against it. Yeah, these are even 2 different areas, so we might not need the governors here. What we could do is just assimilate convert, which gives us the majority here, and then we could just try to pack up and go again. Yeah, we're gonna settle here in Skura. Where are we? How many of these guys are... Yeah, so most of these guys are actually Teutonian. We didn't really... Yeah. So all the guys that we took from over here changed to our religion because they were just the dominant culture and religion. That's really good to know. So next time we'll pack these guys in again once we've done converting these provinces a little. I guess we're gonna convert. And that also gives us the majority over here. Loyalty is just going down a little bit. It's gonna take quite a while until problems ramp up. We'll pack them in again. And then we'll probably settle on the borders of this place. All in one province. I think about one that would be a good target. Maybe with one with some horses or something. Have some furs. Let me just check the trade goods here. So there's just wood. There are some horses over here. So we could theoretically just settle on this one. And then make a concerted attack on these guys, take Sidava, and then just resettle all our guys into Sidava, making that the capital region. That is probably what I want to do in the next episode. For now, thank you very much for watching. I'm probably still streaming in the YouTuber embargo lift multiplayer, so if you want to check that out, head on over to my Twitch channel. I'll be streaming that. I'll try to put as many of these episodes out as possible up until the release of the game. Then we might slow down a little bit in speed, depending on how much time I have. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this stuff, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the bell so you get notifications when new stuff goes up. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.